Welcome back to Eye on Politics. The youngest city council member ever to be elected in the city of Grand Prairie will soon become one of the youngest elected state representatives. 27-year-old Junior Ezeonu is the Democratic state representative-elect for the 101st District after defeating veteran Texas House member Chris Turner by a 53 to 47% margin. Ezeonu faces no Republican in the November election, and he will be sworn in January. I asked him what the key was to earning more votes than Turner.
It's truly an honor to have served on the city council for about 5 years for the city of Grand Prairie, and I'm very blessed to now be the state representative-elect for District 101, but we just worked really hard. We worked really hard, ran on issues that were very important to my constituents, issues that really matter to Texas voters, regardless of party, but especially on the Democratic side, when we talk about affordability and trying to lower costs for people and just make their lives a little bit better, that's what we focused on, and the voters really resonated with that.
There seemed to be a lot of new voters this time.
Yeah.
In March 3rd, and I'm wondering if that helped you because, you know, you had Jasmine Crockett on the statewide ballot, James Tallarico also, obviously they ran against each other in the Senate race. Do you think that helped you?
It helped and it hurt. Yeah, people don't realize that it helped and it hurt. So Jasmine and James both ran great campaigns, brought out a lot of new people. I was significantly outraised. So I wasn't able to, Mr. Turner was able to, run a lot of ads on television and connect with a lot more people just by visibility. I didn't have that advantage. So I knew I had to really work hard when it came to knocking on doors and trying to catch people at the polls as well. Just because I didn't have the money to really get my name across the board everywhere for people to see me. Because for a lot of those new voters, they were focused on voting for Jasmine or James. So Junior, they're like, yeah, we may have seen your name somewhere or heard about you, but we've seen Mr. Turner more on television or through mail. So it was not an advantage that people think it was, but we definitely made sure to talk about issues that they cared about because those new voters, a lot of them were younger voters especially, that really care about housing and home ownership being affordable, that really care about college tuition being affordable, that care about a lot of these issues that are impacting the Gen Z, the millennials, and the younger Gen Xers. And we focus on that and, and it helped us win.
So let's talk about the housing issue. You said that this is really one of your top priorities when you get to Austin in January when the next legislative session starts. And so I'm wondering, what is it that you want to do?
I think for one of them in particular, we can find a lot of bipartisan support, and that's in banning private equity and institutional investors from buying single-family homes.
I think Governor Abbott even mentioned that.
A lot of people, regardless of party, Democrat or Republican, are supporting that because young people and just people that are middle-aged are unable to buy single-family homes. In Tarrant County back in 2022, 52% of all the single-family homes that were sold went to private equity or large institutional investors. They bought those homes instead of regular people. And due to the limited supply and high demand, the prices for those homes keep going up. The interest rates aren't dropping. It's unaffordable for people to pay that monthly mortgage or to buy that house. So that's an issue that I think we can find a lot of bipartisan support. And we're seeing it in other states. And even Donald Trump talked about it. And whenever he talks, the Republican leaders usually listen. So I think we'll find some support on that piece of legislation.
What other issues are your top priorities aside from that one?
Let's talk about public education funding. It's crucial. We saw what happened in the last legislative session. There was some increases to public education funding, not enough. And then we had the voucher law that, we're no fans.
School choice program.
They call it school choice. I call it private school voucher handouts. But definitely increasing the public school funding when we look at the per pupil allotment, trying to get it up to that $10,000 average. And that's what it is on the national level. The national average for per pupil allotment is $10,000. On the state level here in Texas, it's just under $7,000. So we have to increase that. We also have to find other ways to increase teacher pay. I know the state created the incentive program that increases pay based on the teacher's performance and scoring, but I think there's other ways that we can do that. So public education funding is crucial for me.